Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up if you have me? Now, turn your radio.
Welcome to the Texas Ticket Show. This is Armando. I'm with Joshua Bend right here at the Lone Star Community Radio Tower. Happy to be back. Man, I'm glad you're here. I really am.
I appreciate that, Armando. Oh, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Spent some time with family, relaxed, you know.
What about next weekend? What are you doing?
Man, I've been thinking about going to this cool event on Lake Conroe.
With the balloon and light show?
No.
The barbecue cook-off?
No. On Armando.
Hang on. I got this one. You're thinking about going to see Chad Cook at Do-Si-Do, the Big Barn.
Close, but
tonight.
No.
No?
But I am really excited about getting some lake action.
Oh, okay. Do-Si-Do didn't have no lake action. What are you talking about?
Oh, just this. Have you heard of the Lake Conroe Beach Park?
I have. Yeah, we have the place, and we have the owner-operator coming in today to join us. She's going to be here in the studio shortly. Soraya, Molina.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, I hear she's a nice person.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, we have her come on the show, tells a lot about upcoming events, things happening over at her place, and things that are new to change, things how they're going to be handling the winter and off season, and now their first little tour of duty is gone, because they just opened up. But she's also the owner of the pirate boat out on Lake Conroe. I don't know if you've seen this little pirate boat. Looks like something the Play School built.
But I'm very intrigued now.
It looks like something Play School would have built if they built a life-size boat.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And also we have coming in on the show, Miss Holland. And Miss Holland is one of the organizers of the book signing club, the book club that happens down here in Conroe once a month and out in front of the Owen Theater. She's also one of the partners in the Conroe Collective and the organization that works with Granny Camp and some of these other really cool downtown events and happenings and their anticipation for the holiday schedule. We're really excited to have her on. And that Granny Camp's got grandma's lined up down around the corner.
Can't wait.
Yeah. I put up a little pop-up booth selling tennis balls for the walkers, and I didn't get any sales. None of them played along. These girls they're ready. They're all real active and, get in there to do some stuff. And I saw some of the things these ladies were making, and they were fabulous. I mean, really cool. I'm like, wow. It's like lift a Volkswagen granny stuff, I mean, like strong grandma stuff, it's like, wow, this isn't the, basic grandma stuff. They're like, what's basic grandma stuff? A hug? I mean, hell, I don't know. What do you mean? What's basic grandma? Fill my stocking? Make flour tortillas? I don't know. It depends on who your grandma is, I guess, but what's the best thing you remember about your grandma?
Oh,
other than hugs and kisses.
Oh, man. Always putting me on the spot.
Well, grandma, dude, that should be an easy one.
Grandma,
my tortillas.
She used to take me garage sailing. And we used to, she used to find coolest little things for me to buy. And, we'd go, give me $1 and
tell you what it's all about when you bought it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was she was a big antiquer. So
I remember one time we went out to see my grandma and she didn't dye her hair that time. We were all of us started crying. And me and my sister and my brother were all crying. They're like, why are you crying? Grandma's dying. What's wrong with Grandma? She just didn't dye her hair that week. But it's the first time we'd ever seen her, peppered, and it was like we were shocked. I thought Grandma spent her entire day, all day, every day, rolling out homemade tortillas for us, and I thought this was a regular thing for her. But, no, it's not. Apparently she had a big life and a lot of other things going on other than making my breakfast.
Yeah, my grandma used to make the best strawberry rhubarb pie.
Yeah. Strawberry rhubarb.
Well, yeah, she grew it herself and made it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we'll get to more about Granny Camp and, all the wonders of grandmothers. Grandmas make the world go around. That's said somewhere.
somewhere.
Somewhere it's out there.
Yeah.
Let's get this show started. All right. Well, let's bring in Soraya, Herbert, Molina with the Lake Conroe Beach Park. And we're really glad you decided to take time from your schedule to join us today, Selena. Welcome to the studio.
Of course, thank you. And I'm so sorry. I hate to be that person. I am going to correct you.
Sorry.
It's Soraya.
Soraya.
And it's Herbert. I know everyone thinks it's A-Bear because we're in Texas, and a Louisiana thing for sure is A-Bear. And yes, I am a Molina at the end, so I got to keep both last names.
Molina.
Yes. Yes, got to show my husband proud. So, yeah, well, thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you for being here.
Of course. Happy to be.
And Lake Conroe Beach Park is lakeconroebeachpark.com, right?
It's lakeconroebeachpark.com. Yeah.
And the number is 936-900-1493. And I kind of wanted to start with that.
Yeah.
That way, if folks already have a thing to address, they knew how to reach you.
For sure.
But, I want to say the newest thing out here, but you're not. You're just not. And you got some new stuff.
Yeah, I've got some new stuff.
A longtime proprietor with some new offerings, I would say would be better said.
For sure. I mean, I would say it is new only because before it was just the Lake Conroe Park.
Yeah.
And after that, now we have it, and we added a beach. So
New to you.
Yeah, new
But
to
you
me.
had other things. You had 1097, and
Yeah.
you were already doing
We still have 1097 Water Sports, but they're completely separate businesses. They're really close by, convenient. That was very convenient, and it lucked out that way. But we've been on the lake for so long. 1097 used to be on 1097, but now it's over here on 105. And we've been in
right across from Papa's.
Right across from Papa's, right next to the Conroe Lake House. So they're all like in that nice little inlet right next to the park.
Yeah, everybody's been going there for years.
For years, yeah.
And wasn't that like a city park?
It was owned by Montgomery County before.
The county.
Yeah, the county. And it was, we work in partnership with SJRA really closely as well. But yeah, no, it's brand new for us. And we're reintroducing it back to the public and added a few little spices on top. That's what we had time for before we were able to open up again for the summer season. So you will see white sand on the beach. There are cabanas. We do have palapas. You have beach chairs. It does honestly sometimes feel like you're somewhere else. And actually, each of our cabanas are named after different islands. So my family is from the Caribbean. My dad is from St. Kitts, and my stepmom, she's actually from Kenya. So we have a lot of different diversity in my family. But my dad loves the ocean, as that's why we have 1097 Water Sports with a pirate ship. And now that we have a beach. So we always like to keep that beach theme, take some time off, be on the lake, have a good time. That's
And
what we like
you're
to do.
open to host events out there.
Oh, yeah. So that's our main thing. So we did propose to the public. Everyone has access to this. It's public access that we do have 3 phases to the project of the Lake Conroe Beach Park. We have completed phase 1. We're in the processes of phase 2 and 3. In phase 1, it was really just a lot of cleanup, a lot of maintenance, getting the park back up and running again and look beautiful. We have a lot of great staff who are there constantly. Their job is to clean the park, make sure that there's nothing in the water, make sure there's nothing on the sand, make sure that there's nothing there. You want to see a beautiful, serene park, and we want to enjoy the nature that's there as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, where we kind of live, we have a lot of trees, but there's not a lot of areas to like go and roam out in nature. So here at the park, we have about 13 acres to do so. So have at it.
Is that really the 13 acres?
It doesn't feel that way. It genuinely doesn't feel that way.
Is that little island out front between you and Jack in the Box?
It
Is that
is.
yours?
So we have some plans for that. You'll see in 2026.
I hope so. I think that'd be ideal because, everybody sees that driving down 105.
Yes, they do.
That
So
traffic's pretty high.
hopefully the plan is by summer of next year, you'll see something
Big old
fun.
span mini bridge.
I can't tell you. It's a secret. You just have to wait and see. But there are some fun things in store. Trust me, my dad is a visionary of every business, and my job is to market it. So that's why I'm here.
That one has legs. That one to run. That thing's cool. It's got good visibility. And did you know this park? You've been out there? You seen this thing?
I know.
You been to
and everyone-
Papa's?
But I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean,
You been on Perry's Place? You been to Papa's?
Oh, yeah.
It's right
Okay,
across
so
from
right there, that little island over by 105 on that little
Yeah.
bridge thing.
It looks like a mountain of jungle now,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
hopefully we'll
Gotta
get it.
go.
Yeah.
And it's accessible. It's really shallow. So
Yeah,
you
it's
walk
super
out there,
shallow.
I mean, you can almost bridge it with dirt.
Yeah.
Where it was like a peninsula rather than an island. I mean, it's barely an island now, but I mean, you'd have to dredge it to make it an island.
Yeah. We have some plans for it. So no, I got
I
you.
was hoping I'd walk her into that a little bit. I should start. Well, no, we're not dredging it.
No, we're not doing. We like to preserve as much at the park as possible. We don't do too much of like remove. We don't remove any trees, anything like that. Everything stays as it is. I'm very big on that. My best friend is actually an environmental scientist, so she probably would if I did that. So I make sure that I follow by those rules specifically. But also, we like to just preserve the water as well. Like make sure everybody can swim. They're happy. Just come have a good time.
And you know what the cool part is?
Yes.
I've lived my life out here on this lake, and I've been in the water all seasons. We've been in the dead of cold. We've been in
You're brave.
the dry, when it was dried out and we could walk miles of mud out into the lake. We've been out there in all seasons too. In high school, we would start, in the middle of the winter, go out there with a full body wetsuit and do a little windboarding, in the early morning. And the goal was that the kids from the school bus could see you as they went by when you skipped, and you're out there just, and it's somehow during the winter when it's really crazy cold and, death-defying, that would be the best wind and choppiest day in the middle of the winter. And you come off and you're like this blue circle on your face, and it's just totally blue. And you're like, I was fine. I didn't feel it again. It's like, it was fine. But one other thing is that all that activity right there that we've noticed is a real deterrent to anything in the water that may be like alligators or snakes or things that people are scared of, sharks. And, none of the bull sharks are going to get you with all that activity.
I haven't heard of that in Lake Conroe. That's a new one for me.
Well, that's because you're at Lake Conroe Beach Park, or that's why, and that's understandable. The Lake Conroe Beach Park brings on that activity. Well, none of the animals like that. So if they were asked me throughout the history of living here, where are the alligators at? Well, they're always been in the Gulf Coast, and but you'll find most of them up north.
Yeah, 100%.
As well as the big bass and some of these others, assumably. Now, the thing that's happening with the big bass now is all the tournaments are being held.
That's true.
But they bring the bass to you. So they're doing it over at Moonshiners, over at, Papa's, or over these places. And when they do their turn-in, the bass has to be alive to count.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dead fish don't count.
Oh.
Right? So if you bring me a dead fish, we're not going to weigh that in. It doesn't count. So it all propagates catch and release and keeps the lake healthy, right? But what we have done is take these big bass breeding monsters and drop them off right out in front of your place and disposition them. There's a relocation project. So I want to say that there's no big bass there, but that would be untrue because they're being brought weekly, not monthly, weekly by some of the best fishermen on Lake Conroe. And man, these guys, ConroeBass.com, the Conroe Bass Tournament that happens at Moonshiners, they're bringing in those fishermen, 3-fish stringer, 20, 25 pounds bass.
Wow.
Each.
Well, we do get fishermen every morning. That's usually our big rush in the morning is fishermen. They come on both of our piers and they go for it. Yeah, every single morning.
Yeah? Are they catching fish?
I think so. That's why they keep coming back.
And how does it? How do you patron the place? I mean, are you a member?
Yeah, no. Well, we do have annual passes, but they're a limited time. They only came out at the beginning of when we opened, and we're going to do that again next year. So around March time is when they'll get launched again, and they're a year long. So from the date that you get it is the date that it expires, and it's $8 a day per person.
Oh, great!
It is a little bit more expensive than what it was before, but we've done a lot of enhancements in the park. I'll be honest, my biggest thing is affordability. We all know this economy is a little more expensive just in general, just in life in general. And sometimes for a family of 4, it can be really costly to go do just simple things. So we wanted to make sure that a family of 4 or 5 or 6 or 8 or 12, whatever, can come out, have a good time and not break the bank. You can bring your own food. There's just no alcohol. You can bring your own drinks. You can do whatever you'd like. We have grilling there as well.
You bring your own alcohol, or they can't bring
no alcohol. No glass, no alcohol. It's just a safety thing.
Okay. Yeah.
But we do have some events that we're
Could I show up
hooking up.
Could I show up half lit?
That's a personal thing. I don't need to know your personal business as long as you're not creating any problems, because we do have Montgomery police officers on staff.
Fantastic. Yeah. That's even better.
Yeah.
It just helps my barbecue cooking. I mean, you can't really barbecue sober. I don't know what that's about. But can you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I
know a lot of guys. I know a lot of guys of my condition.
Yes, but yeah.
But it does help.
It-
It does help. You know, you put a little bourbon in your barbecue sauce. It tastes
Well,
better.
that's different. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is all
Yeah.
split hairs? Split hairs. You know, I don't drink, but put the bourbon in my sauce. You know, got it. Okay, I got it. Yeah, let's see how that goes. So, right next to Jack in the Box, right in front of Conroe Lake House, right before the Water Point Center.
Mhm.
And I think geography is important a little bit here
Yes.
because right over there is the Water Point Center. Who I just read an article that they bought all that land
Yes.
right across the way there.
Mhm.
How's that work out?
Well, nothing's happened yet, but we've heard the same information as you, which we're really excited about that because that's going to offer more opportunity for more people to come to the park, but also give them something to do after. Like if they want to go out to eat or what other type of businesses they're going to have there. I think that's going to be a great partnership to have all of us together. 1097, the lake house, the park. We have a Moray that's there as well. And now we're going to have that whole shopping center as well.
Water.
Parking will be great
They do
too.
this show.
Yeah, really close with Alfred. We have actually a partnership with him because we do weddings at the park.
You ever
So-
do this? You ever do this when you like go to dinner? You get your hand together like that, and you
I
just
don't
put.
think I've seen him do that specifically, but he might have.
You got to do it when you're without words. Next time he says, "So we're cooking this. We're gonna make this."
Oh, he
What's the
definitely
special?
does talk.
And
with
as
his
he
hands,
finishes, as he finishes telling you the special, you do this. That sounds great.
Is that right? We eat lunch there a lot.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You give him one of these. That sounds great.
I don't know if he would like that so much.
Oh, I would. It's very Italian. It's very Italian. It's very Goomba. You know, I mean, it's got a way. It's got a way.
Yeah, but yeah, we have a partnership with them for all catering too. So, if ever we have a wedding coming up, our first wedding because we do.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw a proposition out there.
Yeah. So we actually
Same folks?
no. It's a different people. But yes, they got engaged there.
Heart balloon?
Yes, they got
All right,
engaged
that's the
there.
same
But
guy.
we actually built a cement gazebo. By we, I mean my father. I did not do any of that manual labor. And it is absolutely beautiful. So we have low cost weddings that you can do at the park as well. We just want to make it like a collaborative space. Like it's been sitting there unattended for so long, and like you didn't even know about it. A lot of people don't know about it, and that's okay. But we're here to reintroduce.
I knew it was closed for a long time, and
It
a lot of people were
was.
pissed.
Yes, they were. And
You
they
know-
would come over to 1097 to air their grievances. And that's how we knew so much about how much the park meant to people. And that is why, yeah. Yeah,
It's full
all the time.
And it was like, okay, it was one of the few places, and their activity keeps it safe. You know, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a populated, busy area, a lot of humans.
Yeah.
You know, and it works because it does put that caution to animals that know. That's why they say don't feed the alligators, because they get comfortable with humans. As a matter of fact, they're attracted after that because that's where food is. So when we don't, they're not. They're scared, just like snakes, just like other critters, that this is not a safe place for them. They're not coming here for food, right? And there is nothing for them. Now, the seagulls, they get it, but, you know, I feel like that being empty would be the biggest concern I'd have for such a long period of time. And I think a lot of things had to be changed. You know, as a city facility, the city park is, you know, it's under the city umbrella. They just go. You know, they can just go. Their licensing, their permitting, their processes are all different than an independent business. Have you had any challenges acclimating your business to this once community county property?
To be honest, once the news broke that the park was reopening, it was a really positive thing in the community, to be quite honest. So it's all been positive. I know people were a little upset about the price raise, but
$8?
yeah,
What was it before?
$5.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but we do have some more staff.
Did you say s'mores?
No, well, I mean, you could do your own s'mores if you'd like on your grill.
I'm so hungry.
No,
Boy,
you're
I can't
good.
stop
We have
eating
more
now. I'll tell
staff.
you.
Before, they only actually had 2 staff who ran that entire park, and now we have about 8 people on staff. That's what keeps the park so clean, because that's my biggest thing. I gotta make sure where I'm at, I don't want to see cans on the floor.
Oh, no.
So
And if I walk in the morning and see it, it's worse than I walked in the middle of the afternoon. If I see a few beer
Exactly.
cans in the middle of the afternoon, I just assume they just drank these and some dude just chunked it.
Also,
You know,
we want
that doesn't have an impact like that. And I want you to know that you can be comfortable day to day. I mean, it's nice to pick up as they move
oh no, we
along.
pick up all day.
Yeah, and that's good.
All day,
But
yeah.
it's more understand. If you come in the morning
Yeah.
and it's already there, that
want
tells
for everyone to have a similar experience as much as we can. There's only so much that's in our control, right?
me, little gazebos are cool.
Yes. Well, they're cabanas. But yes, we want to
What's
give
the
the
difference between a
beach
cabana and a gazebo?
a gazebo. Well, our gazebo is a wedding gazebo, so it's like white and like elegant and bright. And the cabanas look like a cabana. There's like palapas on top. Inside is completely shaded. You have some nice lounge chairs. Have the family do you. Bring your cooler. Have a good time. And it's shaded.
Can I smoke a
That's the
cigarette out
one-
there?
There's no smoking in the park, unfortunately.
All right.
But you can do that right out front. There's space where
Can
you
I
can do that.
wait out in an inner tube and smoke a cigarette?
I would highly advise against that, just for the safety of other people. Yeah, they have kids who are they're not smoking, but they're out there and they're having a good time. I don't know how
Might be unsafe in that open air environment with the wind blowing coming off the coast, you know? Could be unsafe.
The
Yeah.
kids I
On the
see
shore
some
in the Gulf.
issues. Yeah.
It's for your health and ours.
Yes.
Whatever. I'm going to put my seatbelt on for your safety.
Yeah. But we do have a lot of fun things that we have planned this year and next year. At the
Getting a lot
park.
reckless in Lake Conroe is not the worst thing. You know, I'll tell
I
you.
think the police might have a different opinion on that.
So you got a few events coming up. Now you've got
Yeah.
on September 20th this weekend. You've got the vendor market coming up, and you've got booths available.
Yes, and this
Sponsorships available.
Yes, and I do want to talk about that. So the first thing is the park has never had anything. This is our first trial of a lot of different things. We tried this back in July. I got a lot of feedback. I want feedback.
We're talking about the vendor market.
Yeah, the vendor market. Yeah, we did it. We had a great turnout of vendors.
You weren't even open then.
We were in July. Yeah,
You were open until
we've been open since May. Our official grand opening was May 25th.
How did July go?
July, it was okay. My biggest thing was getting feedback from the vendors. That's what I want. This is not for me. It's for them. At the
But you
end
know
of
what
the
they
day.
want.
Well, yeah, they wanted it to be a free event.
They want sales. That's
Well,
what they
that
want.
too. They want
No,
sales, but they also want.
They just want sales.
They wanted it to be a free event. That's the
Well, that helps.
big
But
comment.
I'd give you $1,000 if I knew I'd killed it.
Yeah,
Nobody cares if we get sales, right? So yeah, free is better.
100%.
Yeah, well, because I don't have to make a bet
Yeah.
to win,
Well,
right?
And a free event for the attendee, like the visitors to be able to come.
Oh, yeah.
That was the biggest.
Oh, I
issue, to bring more visitors in.
Booths are
That's
$25 now.
$25. Yeah, that
Okay,
wasn't
that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that-
that issue wasn't their fees. It was to help attract more people. We got people, and they come directly for the beach. That is their main goal.
So
when
they were
come.
just walking past these.
Walking right past
Yeah.
them. So we've repositioned them based off of feedback from other vendors. So this one is going to be completely different than the one we've had before.
What day of the week was the last one?
It was also on a Sunday, so we also changed that too.
Okay.
We took some polls back from the community. People said they wanted Sunday, but then when it came to it, the vendors were saying that they would prefer Saturday. So I'm big on feedback. So I'm all for trying to. Also, we're only going to be offering these free markets during our fall months moving forward. So every burr, so the September, the August, the September, the October,
like that.
and then November.
Good bird.
Yeah, all the burr months will have a free.
Well,
Yeah, so we're really excited about
So
that.
you're telling me that what you've done is for the show goer, they get to come for free into
Yeah.
your park that you
Mhm.
normally,
There's just $5 for parking. That's the only thing.
but you normally charge them $8.
No, yeah, but that's per person. This is just for your vehicle that's coming in is $5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So hypothetically, if you were over at 1097,
But normally, if I brought 5 people, we would pay $40, not
Yes.
45.
yes, no, not 40. It's just for the car. So
So
you
normally,
normally it's
without
just
an event, being
without an
held.
event, it's just $8.
Why
per
$8?
person.
8 times
Yes.
5, $40.
Children 3 and under are free, and we do have a veterans and military discount as well.
So for the event on the 20th, now it's $25 for a booth. It's $5 to park your car, no matter how many people you put in
Yep.
that thing.
Stuff it up.
Okay, so I think that simplifies it really nice and gets them to understand that. And so where can they sign up for that?
So everything is on our website, which is lakeconroebeachpark.com. Also, we're very active on Facebook and Instagram, and all of our information is on that as well. And it's Lake Conroe Beach Park everywhere.
Okay, and you don't need to sign up if you're going to be a show goer. Just show up. It's
Just
free.
show up,
$5
yeah.
parks your car.
Because you might figure out you might want to go for a swim afterwards.
Yeah,
And you're more than welcome to do that. You're already in the park.
And so $5 parks the vehicle, as many are in it,
Yeah.
and then they'll cover at the door and gets you in the place, and you can still patron and have fun and do the other stuff that normally costs you $8 a person.
Exactly.
So there's already a benefit just showing up
Just
to
showing up.
support these vendors, which I think is a great call. We've got a few folks going to head that way on the 20th. We're going to go check it out for sure, and we'll share some of that on Go Lake Conroe and some of the other pages that we share some of that information. if we can make it, if the
Yeah.
weather permits. I
Oh,
don't
the
know. Did
weather.
you see the weather for
It
this
should
weekend?
be good this weekend. Also, it's
What's-
Texas.
What's Saturday look like?
Saturday's bright,
Yeah.
so it should be good. But Texas is Texas, and I feel like it goes from raining and then all of a sudden.
But if we get
bright.
it in Texas, even
Yeah.
in Texas, if we get a report and it says it's going to be sunny and it rains at lunch, that means it's just going to be a short.
just short.
Yeah, so it'll come.
And we're
go.
rain or shine. That's the other thing.
Rain or
too.
shine.
People are in the park even when it's pouring rain.
So
Yeah, I think that it's going to start cooling down a little bit.
and
so excited
yeah, I think
about that.
events the other half.
Yeah.
and you have the yoga on
We have-
the 26th, and it's also a free event from 5 to 8
Well,
p.m.
that's actually going to be Zumba. So it's called our
Zumba.
brew and groove. So you can grab a brew while you groove. Brew like coffee. Yeah. So we're working with the cow fee bean. And they'll be our vendor there to serve up some really good coffee. Actually, they used to be really prevalent in the
People really
community, and they went away for a little bit too. Now they're back. So we're also helping to support them.
The Zumba's been doing really well, and I see them all the time working out, and I love all the energy. I know that's helping. I mean, it could do anything. It's just
Well, we're a park, so we like.
I
to promote
realize
wellness,
jogging would help me lose weight. It's just I don't want.
But you want to
I don't
dance,
wanna.
but dancing
Yeah.
is way better. Wait, actually, fun fact. I don't know if my dad's gonna like this, but he goes to Zumba every morning.
Does it really?
Yes, and he's the only man in his group that is there, but he has a great time. And so he will definitely probably be the star of that show that day.
I should go to Zumba. All the ladies are out
Yes.
there.
Yeah. Honestly, you should.
I'm single.
You should. Grab a coffee.
Let's recap. Okay, so it's $8 a person to get into the park. There's no parking fees or anything else to that. You can get in the park for $8 and come all throughout any one of their calendar events, and you can visit them on Facebook. You can visit them on LakeConroeBeachPark.com. The number to call them is 936-900 and then 1493. And they're on 105 West, right past Papa's Lake House and right in front of the Conroe Lake House. You can come out and visit with them this weekend. Coming up on Saturday, they have the vendor market. Booths are still available.
Yes.
They're $25, and it's free for showgoers. You do have to have a vehicle parking, but you can walk from the Conroe Lake
You
House.
can if you'd like, or from 1097 or
Yeah, it's
wherever you are. Yeah.
And 1097, she's referring to not FM 1097.
No, 1097 Water Sports.
She's referring
Yeah.
to the 1097 Water Sports Company that has moved over to the park.
Yeah,
area
we've
in
been
front
there
of
for about
Conroe-
6 years.
in front of Conroe Lake House. You can go there and you can rent jet skis, boats. The pirate ship is there. You've seen it, I'm sure. There's a small beach area there, play area, and it's right in front of Lake Conroe Beach House. Lake Conroe
Lake Conroe. It's just Lake Conroe.
Ice House. Lake
No,
Conroe-
it's just like
man,
now. Yeah, my words now.
that place.
Yeah, that place.
Yeah, and
Conroe Lake House. There we go.
And that's where
Yes.
Banana Bay Mustards, used to be. All right there at that location. You can go right next door to see them there, and then reach out with any questions.
For sure.
So I thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
so
We hope
glad
to
you
see you
came.
guys this weekend.
I am going to.
Also, we're not closing, so we're open year round. So you can come see us at any time.
And we can hold events. Call you for anything that we have in mind and anything coming up.
Mhm.
It has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for visiting with us.
appreciate y'all.
And folks, give her a buzz, call her up, ask questions about this weekend's events and the happenings. We'll have a lot of small businesses out there looking for your support. And we have a beautiful area. You go swimming afterwards. Take the kids out. And it's a safe, wonderful, close by place to play. Guys, we'll see you right back after this commercial break here at the Texas Ticket.
On mine. So why don't you kick your feet up if you haven't been? Look out, turn your radio down to the Texas Ticket. Giving you the news of what's straight and come on, boys, let's
Car enthusiasts of Conroe, FM 104.5 and 106.1 Lone Star Community Radio invites you to shift into gear every Monday from 1 to 2 with Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy for news on all things automotive in the greater Houston, Conroe area. Can't make a live show? We've got you covered. You can find all of our uncut content, including full episodes on Spotify, iTunes, Play Store, YouTube, Facebook, and irlonestar.com. Again, that's Mondays 1 to 2, Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy. See you there.
Lone Star Radio on mine.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket, the Sermondo and Joshua Bellin.
Glad to be back again.
I'm glad you're here. We're in the studio we have Miss Holland, she's here to tell us a lot of great stuff. Miss Holland, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
I appreciate you visiting the studio today. And, you're with a quite a few different groups. You're helping out with a lot here in Conroe and doing some different things and part of the machine that is Conroe.
Yes.
And you have work with the Granny Camp that's here in town.
I do. That's correct.
Mm-hmm. And you're also working with the Readers Club Ink Stains. And you're also working with the Readers Night, and that's every Friday?
Every first Friday.
Every first Friday of the month. Okay. And that's also here in Conroe. So I wanted to kind of proceed with that a bit so we could just elaborate on some of these events and whatever else that you wanted to share with our audience and that you got coming up. But glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell me about you. What do you do? Tell me about yourself.
So I'm a realtor in the area
Okay.
with eXp Realty, and just love books and wanted to share it with the community and really try to promote literacy. So just get to combine it all.
That's great. They brought cursive back in high school.
Did they bring it back? Oh, thank God.
MISD brought it back.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you write cursive?
I can, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the only way, right?
Yeah, it helps with signing your name. Works wonders. I don't know. How do they do that without that digital mark?
Yeah.
I think
Pretty
that's
much.
it, right?
Yeah. That's what it's turned into.
Children? Do you have any children?
No, I didn't.
No. And you read a lot. Tell me about a couple favorite books.
Oh my gosh, that's like really hard for readers to ever name a favorite book.
Shakespeare, you good global, where you don't have to offend anybody. Your book's not my favorite. This one is. Well, if you say Shakespeare, nobody cares. You're still good.
I really love the books by Tessa Afshar, and the books by Lila Sage.
Okay.
What type of books are those?
So Tessa Afshar writes Christian fiction, and Lila Sage writes romance.
Ah, okay.
Wow. Yeah, those more romance novels. I remember when my mom used to take us to the grocery store. They used to have like the bookshelves in Kroger.
Oh yeah,
Remember there
They
was
still have
books.
them.
Do they?
they do. Little tiny section.
Little tiny. It used to be a big section. It used to be up like at the register. It was like the impulse buy. They'd have all the books there, and they'd always have some half-dressed lady like, all sultry looking, and some guy behind her with a spooky castle behind him. And that would be the cover. I remember my mom always like covering my eyes. Look away! Look away! Look away! I was like, oh. What's that about? I can't wait to get older. I can read one of those books. What's the last book you read?
Oh, man. Actually, I'm reading The Anxious Generation.
Oh, wow. Okay. What's that about?
It's about new generation mental illness caused by mobile phones and screens.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Pretty good so far?
Yeah, it's really good. It's insightful. Yeah. It's I have a 15-year-old, so it's trying to figure out this whole mobile phone addiction thing.
Yeah, and at 15, you better have your verbiage right, or you will be able to
Right.
debate your way to actually make them put the phone down.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to be articulate on a 15-year-old level in order to be able to, manipulate that deal.
It does. It has a
So we'll take your phone.
Yep.
It's for your best health. This is why.
it has a big impact on their mental health, and it's a noticeable difference. So yeah.
Well, I took the family to go see Maury over at, he's a magician. He does the magic shows over at the Owen Theater, him and his wife there. And also been guest on the show. They're doing it at Walden out on Lake Conroe now. They have a magic show once a month that then includes a dinner at the Walden Yacht Club. But it was held on, his show was on Friday at the Owen, which is right in front of the book club thing you do.
Reader's Night. Yes, it is.
Reader's Night. Okay, yeah. And they kept telling me what it was. And I was like, well, I don't have time. There's like a buzzer over there. I got to go in the theater. They shut the doors, and so, but I had to, my kids wanted to go, and they wanted to, we all were, going to the ones that were close by. There were the actual writers, the books were being sold or being read. There were groups there. There were, tell me a little bit about this event.
Yeah, so it's basically kind of like a farmer's market, but for books. We have several local authors that come out, and we really try to promote them in their books as well. We also have local vendors that sell bookish-specific type items. That's kind of one of the main things that they have to have is book items, because we really want this to be an event that is specific to readers, that they come in and they automatically relate to it. And then I also have a book swap that I have there as well.
Nice. Yeah, it was a pretty cool event. A lot of people, lots of booths, something like 20, 30, 40 plus, there was a lot,
Yes, we average about 20, but we have room to grow up to 60, which I hope to accomplish here in a few years.
Do you have food vendors there?
We've been working on it. We do have a couple now, but we definitely could use some more.
Yeah, because when I read, I get hungry.
Oh, yeah. I'm just always hungry.
I get knocked out. But, it's right here in the downtown square. It's in front of the Owen Theater behind Guadalajara's, and now that's a restaurant now, and you can go in there and eat, and you can do one of those other
You can read, too.
Yeah, and, like I said, I was on my way to a magic show when I saw it. So it was all kinds of different walks and things happening around this event, but the sun's still shining while it's in process and finishing. It gets a little dusk, but it's really cool, and you really get to meet the artist and see what they really meant. And I get a lot of I'm very curious about perspective. It seems to be the center of every read that I'm in, and I always think about what was the author's perspective, and then somebody else reads the same book and they share it with me. It's like we didn't read the same book. Your perspective's entirely different on how you took that. What about this part? And they're like, well, that's what he meant. Are you sure that's what he meant? Because I took this a whole different way. I thought he was saying, and so when these discussions come to pass, it's really nice to go visit with the author shortly after, or email a book club or a group to discuss these kind of things. And, I focus on a lot of the smaller books so I can be quick reads, and, and then sometimes I get the bigger ones and I'm like, it goes over a period of time. And so when I do this long period of time reads, I tend to not be so in tune with the story, right? I forget certain gaps, and then when I read it again the second time, it's like I never read it. I think first stage Alzheimer's might not be so horrible. I get to watch all the movies I've already seen again, like, wow, this is great. I get to go back and all the retro stuff, and nothing nice about Alzheimer's, but nevertheless, if your memory doesn't let you retain some of these things, maybe it was a weaker chapter, and it's not really me forgetting, it's just selective. So it could be a number of things. I didn't like that chapter, but I liked this one. So I read through, and my read stops the chapter that wasn't so entertaining. And then I get to the point where, I see he's reeling that in, and it brings it back around, and then the book gets juicy again, and I'm back engulfed and just in it. And then when I go back to read that chapter, it's like Greek. I was like, I never read it. My brain has selectively destroyed that chapter, although informative, and put me into the story so I could feel the pain or the loss or the love or the whatever else they read about. In those books, I'm not allowed to look at it, Kroger. But I don't know this, until I get past that. You got to weather past these, stories. It's like that part of the movie where they introduce all the guys, can't wait to get back home after the war to my girl. I got a new baby with her, and man, I have yet to see its face. I'm ready to go to her. Its first birthday. I'm going back in June. That guy's going to die, right? And he's first to go, right? It's foreshadowing. And too much in this case, because the guy, we already know he's gone. He's a goner. That's all, so we can feel sorry. And so the emotions are there for the spill, for the big pain. And then we can get the hero has come back to save this day, And so these stories, they have these, and I really fight the foregone conclusions, and certain books don't bring that, depending on kind of book it is. But for the most time, I enjoy those kind of stories. I guess I just recently read Bridges in Madison County, and then I read Jonathan Livingston Seagulls.
Okay, I don't think I've heard of that one.
Not that big.
Okay.
Perfect read for me.
Nice.
But real motivational stuff, motivational read. Madison County, not so much, but more about the Seagulls was. And a collegiate suggestion as far as what to read by our English professor. Do you read a lot of?
I like books with big pictures, lots of pictures,
Man,
less words.
I love those. Sounds like a bestseller.
Yep. Sounds like it.
Man. Yeah. No. And so the other and for the book club, do you take vendors? You're looking for more? You said you're at 20 average and you're looking for up to 60.
Yes, always open to more vendors.
And you're specific to book style, book type, book things, book stuff.
No, as long as it's family friendly. Because it is a smaller market, I really do try to take care of my vendors and honor them and not have like directly competing vendors. Okay. So that is like usually if someone gets denied, that's pretty much always going to be the reason for it.
Yes.
I do want it to be family friendly. So that's important that, kids aren't walking by and seeing things that they shouldn't see.
Yeah. And I mean, if it's suitable for Kroger, it's suitable there. A romance novel's got to be wrong. They were never really raunchy. They were just, sultry. It's a romance novel. I mean,
Pearl
they're
clutches.
all the same. And it's been that way since the 70s and 80s, I think, 1900s. That's awkward to say. 1900s, back then. You have to get great ancestors can tell us a little bit about the Kroger impulse buying section. You have to refer to them. During the fire, they were like, well, we don't know how to handle this. It's been 13 years since we've had a fire like this, and we didn't know what to do. And well, 13 years? Well, that's not long enough. Consult your ancestors in the historical documents, and you can maybe find out what they did in this situation 13 years ago. It's not long enough. But anyway, I think we're all in the wheelhouse where books have been a part of time and a part of the process since day one. I mean, I don't think I think it was what, walls, and then it was papyrus, and then it was what was the word for book? It was where they scroll. Well, no, scroll, and then and scroll could be papyrus or some of the other. But then a bound book had another name. There was and it was used biblically in Greek times. But anyway, the bound book, and then you end up with actual paper, and then you end up with a digital mark, and then you end up with looking at
Audiobooks.
wall murals on a notebook.
Yes.
So we kind of come all the way back around.
Yeah.
We're getting a book to look at the wall. Yeah, it's kind of the only place you can see them now, unless you actually go to like Egypt or Machu Picchu or Tepe or whatever that is. Yeah. So you can you see this dawn of time, the written word to now. And have you written any books?
I'm actually in the process of writing one right now.
Okay. What are you writing about?
It's a Bible study. Just
Instructional?
kind of, yeah. I had gone through some trauma a few years ago, and I was looking for, books that I could read, or, Bible studies that I could do that really touched on the things that I was dealing with, the things that I was feeling, and there was nothing out there that fit what I was looking for. So I don't know if it'll ever be published. It's, if nothing else, it's at least been therapeutic for me. But if I ever do publish,
You write it.
yes.
That's like letting it out, right?
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
putting it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that book will probably outlive you. You know what I mean? And I love it. I think that's great. I feel the same way. And, it's kind of like singing in the shower, though. I'm not sure other people should read this. You know what I mean? I just
Right.
needed to write it down.
Yeah.
I love that inspiration. I think those are the true ones that really get a good feel for what you were trying to convey. I think that's nice. So you have ink stains tonight, right?
Yes, I do.
Tell
The
me
Ink
about
Stains
that.
Book Fair.
5 to 8 tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, so I love tattoos, and a lot of the people who come out to my different events love tattoos as well. And obviously we're all book lovers, so I decided to combine the two. And we'll have a flash tattoo artist come out, Little House of Brows, and we'll also have several local authors. We'll have a little boutique pop-up in the back of the event place for people to shop different bookish items. We'll also have a few snacks and coffee and things like that. And then I'll also have the book fair there as well, and a pop-up bookshop.
That's fantastic. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty. You were telling me that you are part of this granny camp craze that's going on in Conroe, the Conroe granny craze.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Tell me about that. Tell me all about that. I want to know more about Conroe granny craze.
It is wild. We did not expect this at all to blow up the way that it did. So basically it started a few months ago. I was hanging out with Justine and Fairland. They've become kind of business mentors for me, especially in the downtown area here. And they were like, hey, we had this crazy idea called Granny Camp. This is what we want to do. And, do you want to help us make it happen? And I said, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Just this one fun time little event or whatever. And, we invited different influencers, local people, sold a few tickets. And we just had these really fun, but like quality type crafts that women could do that, we see them on Pinterest. They're super cute, but it's so expensive to buy all the materials. You only use one of it. So it was just like a whole thing. And women came out, and had a great time, loved it, and really bonded. We had women that had never met each other, came in as complete strangers, and left as best friends. You know, we had some group of girls that came and met on Friday night, and Sunday morning before Granny Camp opened, they ran over to Walmart and all bought matching muumuus to wear. And they still talk, and, you know, just those great friendships, and a community started. It was small, and then we had the Granny Camp back in August, which I had to miss due to some medical stuff. But from what I hear, it was a great success and just continued to grow. And that's actually when we ended up going viral on TikTok. One of our influencers, a couple of them actually posted their experiences on there, and it just grew. So now we have people literally all over the country reaching out to us, wanting to come to Granny Camp, wanting us to, you know, possibly franchise it. Like, it's wild. We're not prepared for this.
Yeah, and we right away we were interested and excited about Granny Camp, and it's just so fun. I'm not a grandma or anything, but I do love the ones I've had, the ones I've been so blessed with. And, you know, and we were like, okay, so what are the layers to Granny Camp? I mean, it's like Latin Granny Camp, you know, maybe Asian Granny Camp, you know. I know my grandma does stuff that other grannies never do. You know, I mean, talks different. You know, country Granny Camp, you know, there could be flavors.
I like that idea. I haven't had that idea. I don't know if the others have. That's a good idea.
Because my grandma made tortillas. We were talking about what's the best thing Granny did, and when I was it's like, man.
We actually had a tortilla making class at this past one that we had.
Homemade tortillas. They're it's like stuff that young parents don't do. You know, young parents don't do it. Guess who does it? Grandmas.
And that was the purpose. We're trying to bring back those old hobbies, those old skills, and make them not just popular, you know, as a one-time thing, but really help women find different passions that they can take into their everyday life as well.
So cool. And they were really having fun, and they're really getting into it. It's not like cosmetic. I mean, they're you guys are ladies are really putting some that where they got the mix match plates, and then they drilled the holes in the bottom. They made the little cupcake thing. You know, what's it called?
Trinket trays.
Trinket trays. Yes. Yeah, and you know, all the 3 size plates have a little hole in them, and then the saucers kind of go up in like a little hors d'oeuvre thing where you could put it out a trinket tray, or, you know, on a holiday buffet. And you know, the holidays are coming up, and I saw you guys gearing up and getting ready for that stuff. How does this change Granny Camp?
So we're kind of theming it a little bit more specifically. So for Thanksgiving, instead of just being Thanksgiving themed, it's about hosting. So we're trying to have different crafts and activities that will make your hosting experience better, more fun, and a little bit more of that homemade feel to it. And then we will have 2 Christmas Granny Camps as well in November and December.
Yeah, in our household, Christmas was tamale time, right? You know,
Yes.
It was the only tamale time, right?
Oh,
There
wow.
was no tamales all year. Oh, the Mexicans make tamales all year long. No, it's a holiday thing. It's Christmas.
Those are a lot of work.
Are there going to be tamales at Granny Camp this Christmas?
Possibly we did just have them again this past one. But I know in my family, we always do Mexican food for Christmas Eve, and I like sprinkling little personal traditions into Granny Camp. So maybe we'll do that.
If so, then I'll be there.
Men are welcome too.
I mean, just to eat.
You must be us. I mean, grandmother.
There's nothing better than grandmas.
Right? All these guys hanging out front. What are all the men doing outside?
There's another revenue channel right there.
We've actually been thinking about having like a quote unquote grandpa camp that we can just have the husbands drop off their wives and just send them on their way and hang out while their wives have.
Like a speakeasy.
Yeah, I think
Down the street.
Speaking of that, you for Readers Night, you also have an event that men can go to, right?
Yes.
Something about watching sports.
Yes.
Wait, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
So me and one of the other vendors, Carl, he has Sons of Evolved, which is a woodworking company. We both really love hockey, and I'm a new fan. And a few months ago, there was a game, and I was going to have to miss it for Readers Night, and I was not happy about that. So he was like, well, hey, let's throw it up on a projector and we can watch it together. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we did it. And as we were sitting there, we were like, oh my gosh, this needs to be a thing. We need to invite other people to come watch hockey with us. So we're starting that. We just started it last month. It's kind of like a little trial run, and it went well. So we're inviting husbands and boyfriends and kids and whoever wants to come come out, bring a lawn chair, hang out with us, watch the game, and we'll have some different food vendors close by that they can go and buy some snacks.
So you're saying the ladies could go to the book club and drop their husbands off at for
Interrupted
babysitting?
shopping.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. And so, Granny Camp, tell me really one more time, how can they find Granny Camp to participate? How do they get involved?
So we have a Facebook page and an Instagram page, Grannycampctx. We also have a website, Grannycamp.com, and that's where you can go to find tickets for the event.
Grannycamp.com. That's GRANNY.
Sounds like the right spelling to me.
Yep. Granny Camp. And, I'm loving what they're doing over there. Because, what if you're not such a good grandma? You're a good grandma. You got a good heart.
It's good.
Well, what if you're a good grandma, but you keep using the mothballs in spite of everybody telling you to stop doing it? What if you're a good grandma and you just were never a great cook?
That's impossible.
You would think so.
Yeah.
But what if you were like a stewardess and retired your whole life as...
Oh, no, man. I think you're going down a slippery slope.
Yeah, probably. Maybe grandmas just get good at being grandmas because they had daughters and then they had grandkids, and that made them pros at what they do.
Yeah, it's the experience. Yeah.
But what about the grandmother that didn't have any grandkids? Didn't have any kids. She can come to an event like this and learn from the pros.
Exactly. We've got women all ages from 21 to in their 70s.
I keep looking at all those ladies. She ain't no grandma. Why is that lady there? I saw some imagery. That's exactly what I said to myself. That lady's no grandma.
Early training.
That is a great idea. That is a great idea. I often think about, at what point do you get a dowry? What point do you have your family cookbook?
Granny training camp. Oh, man. I see it.
I don't know. That sounds a little bit like working out. That may not be quite for some people.
Granny hockey training camp.
There we go.
You have a contest of grandmas and you find your pros, your ringleaders. You get your hierarchy grandmas put together, the real SS grandmas, the pros, the militant ones that get to use a ruler to get their... I told you not to do that.
Oh.
Stop it. Like a 1970s Catholic nun, the teachers in like Catholic schools across the city of Houston. Incarnate Word, downtown Houston, operated at one point by all nuns. And the tool of instruction was the ruler. Yeah, my mom's a graduate. So anyway, there's a lot of ways to learn. There's a lot of ways. They say a little lick get you quick. Real quick. That's a short school. Pain, you quickly figure it out. And then so that, but or you can work with other neighborhood grandmothers and they'll show you how they made those cookies. I think that's a great idea. I think this is golden. I think it's a lot easier route than the one I was talking about. I'd rather go down to Granny Camp here in Conroe, and you can go to the website, you can register, you can be a member, you can go to the regular events, and you can go down there and learn with a group of ladies on what their specialty may be. Because maybe some grandmothers might be better as seamstress than they are as a pescatarian, other things in the wheelhouse.
So all of our teachers all have their own different small businesses, so they are professionals in what they do.
We get teachers.
They are. Absolutely. Yes.
The hierarchy. That's that SS grandma I was talking about.
Love it.
Well, I want to remind everyone they go to Grannycamp.com. They can go to the Ink Stains Tonight, and that is tattoos and books together.
Yes.
So this whole medley of that. And you can go to the Reader's Night every first Friday, right down here, right in front of Owen Theater. They got the whole thing out there. The 20-plus booths are all going to be out there. You can come out and join that, and it's free to attend.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And what does it cost to get a booth?
The vendor fee is $30.
$30. Got a booth out there, and they can register that with you, and they can find how do they reach you to get a booth?
So they can either go to the Reader's Night Instagram page and message me, or they can go to my website, thebookishrealtor.com.
Thebookishrealtor.com.
And under Community tab, they'll see Reader's Night, and they can find the application.
She bought that DBA, that domain.
I knew what I was doing.
Thebookishrealtor.com. Well, you can find it right there, folks. We'll see you at the next Granny Camp, and that's held. How often is Granny Camp held?
Right now, we're hosting it once a month.
Once a month, Granny Camp. Right, and you can go to grannycamp.com to sign up and be a member and attend their next event. And I believe the next Granny Camp is October 10th through 12th.
That's correct, yes.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate you spending some time with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Folks, we'll be back after this with more of the Texas Ticket.
Lone Star Radio on command.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Gold Lake Conroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket Show. This is the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show. Punch it.
That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's just a little segment we like to do. Local events, local happenings. People tell us about them. Some are the big ones and some of the little bitty guys, that just maybe fall off the radar. But things that are real Texas orientated usually gather our attention, or that they're close enough, All right. Well, let's run through them. Just a reminder, the Granny Camp, next Granny Camp is October 10th and 12th, and that's right over here at 115 West Davis, and you can look at Grannycamp.com to find out a little bit about that. Readers' Nights every Friday of the month, right here in the Conroe Square, right in front of the Owen Theater, across on Main Street, in front of where 202 Main was. Ink Stains is tonight, Friday night, 5 to 8, and that's Books and Tattoos. Yeah, interesting. She had one from the artist that she showed us. It's really, yeah, good. Yeah, good. Quick. So anyway, moving on. Lake Conroe Beach Park has the 20th. That's this Saturday, the vendor market. They'll be doing booths over there. They're $25 in advance. You can go to the LakeConroeBeachPark.com, I believe. Yeah, LakeConroeBeachPark.com, and you can book in a booth there, and you can go to the event. It's a free to attend, $5 parking. Or you can go to the same location. It is the Brew. And that's coffee brew, not beer. That can be fun too. I do like coffee.
Nothing like a good cup of Joe.
Yeah, it's good to get it started. So, Brew and Groove is a Zumba, not yoga, Zumba class.
Right.
And it's lakeside. They're out there. And that's in the evening. So they watch sunset from 5 to 8 p.m. So it's nice. And that's Saturday. And that's the 26th. I'm not sure what day that is, but it's the 26th. Brew and Groove. Chad Cook's tonight over at Do-Si-Do, the big bar. We mentioned that earlier. He's got a great show out there. They have the dinner and then the show, and I think there's even an opening act out there. So you can get Chad Cook tonight at the Do-Si-Do, the big barn. Hang on. Almost. The Texas Custom Knife Show. We had other guys on the show last week. They'll be out at the fairgrounds and the arena and everything down there November 8th and 9th. You can come catch them, and they're doing veteran tickets, discount first responder tickets. This should be a really cool show. A lot of fun. We went through a lot of that. You can catch the link down below, or you can go down to TexasCustomKnifeShow.com to get more details. Yeah. Cozy Grape is out in Montgomery, Texas. It's down there on Eva Street. It's right on the main drag there, 249, I think. And they're doing a wine dinner, and it starts at 5:30. It's October 19th. And the reason we wanted to share this with you guys, it is with it incorporates an art and food. There's the art gallery across the street at Texas Mini Plaza. Some friends of ours are bringing over all this artwork for you to tour the art, drink the wines by Orin Swift, which is one of the top wines out there right now. Orin Swift, spectacular. They do The Prisoner. Beautiful wine, great wine. Everybody loves the wine. I first sipped it. I said, wow, what a beautiful wine. I said, this is really great juice, spectacular juice, some of the best juice. And Orin Swift does some good stuff. They've been known to do that. Do the Prisoner, have you seen their little, or the hands are tied, it's a big art thing that's in their vineyard, and where they, put the wine together and everything. It's all with artist influenced. Mm. So when you come to have Orin Swift being the wine for an artist wine dinner, it seems so appropriate. It's right in tune. I assume the menu will do the same. There is also the Balloon Glow and Laser Show going on October 18th at the Conroe Expo and Fairgrounds at the Lone Star Convention Center. You can catch that out. Balloon Glow and Laser Show. Yeah, you can go look that up. And it's Saturday, October 18th. Starts at 5 p.m. Tickets are sold in advance. You didn't want to buy them at the gate. You'd be lucky to get in. I really think that at that point, if the weather's on cue for them, yeah, this place is going to be packed. Right, there won't be any way to get in there. They're going to fill it out. It was almost sold out of ticket sales directly when we were there. Now, wind shear, weather, they're very impacted by these things, but it's a hot balloon show. I mean, it is what it is. The Cynthia Mitchell Woods Pavilion, moving on, it has is being transformed into the Littlewood Forest, and they're going to do a whole event day just for the young folks. This is November 8th and 9th. It starts at 10 a.m. on the 8th. You can come out there and catch, you name it. I mean, the list is a mile long, from face painting, kid music, kid reading, books, artists, musicians, shows, performances, and so many participate throughout the year at the Cynthia Mitchell Woods Pavilion for free shows all year long that you can take your family to, that are meant to cultivate community and build folks out, get folks out there in really youth orientation. They're typically about music or art or something like this, theater, and so all are coming together under the same roof with all that support. And November, let me make sure I get it right, November 8th and 9th. And this is presented by the Texas Children's Hospital from the Woodlands, and it is on the November 8th, it's 10 to 5, November 9th, it's noon to 5. You can catch Cynthia Mitchell Woods for the Littlewood Forest this year's Children's Festival, family-friendly, kid-size, get it, yeah. The Catfish Festival, Catfish Festival, Jesse Robb Jr., Tyler Trantham, so many more. Aaron Watson, goes on and on. This is Montgomery County Fairgrounds. It starts on a Friday, October 10th. You can come catch them out there. On the 10th is Aaron Watson, Jesse Robb, and Tyler Trantham. And on October 11th, Sunday, is Raylan Gale. She'll be out there on October 11th, Saturday. You catch the Catfish Festival all weekend of the October 10th. Street Eat Food, that's already happened. What else we got? We got the Artisan Market comes October 4th over at Grand Central Park, Conroe. We got the Sheila Marshall at the Red Brick Tavern. Love some Sheila Marshall. She'll be out there November 15th, Saturday at 9:30 at Red Brick Tavern. Main Street Market, downtown Conroe is reoccurring weekly on Saturdays. Catch it downtown. And I believe that starts at 9:10. I know Montgomery Farmers Market at the KOA starts at 9, and it goes till noon at the KOA campground on Highway 105 West at the campground there. I've been patroning that one because it's the closest one to me out in Walden. So I can just jump across, grab my egg, grab my milk, grab some meats. I'm hit or miss. I got some ground beef. I'm trying things. I'm like, well, what is that? And you get the little ground beef chub, and I don't know, I'll figure it out after I cook it and let you know what I'm going to do next weekend. It's just like you went to the grocery store or the meat market or anything else when you're experimenting, all kinds of things. I mean, everything from English muffins that look like those Japanese souffle pancakes. They're so fat, not like those little, nooks and crannies. These things are, bam, sourdough, just all kinds of oddities, the weird empanadas. Main Street, a lot of the vendors are places that I've seen from here in the area and participate out there to bring all natural goods. The Natch Thai chili sauce is one of my favorite hot sauces, bottled and made here in Conroe, and they're doing all these vendor markets and stuff, and talking about how 100% Conroe or local made, local brewed, local sourced products have to be in order to be in booths out there. So they were sharing that with us. But, and that's all I got. Guys, I wanted to thank everybody for coming out today. I'd like to thank Messina Hoff Winery since 1977. Lone Star Community Radio. You can come on a show, ask, call, reach out to the station, use the email below, get your business recognized using some of the 22 different programs that are here on Lone Star Community Radio every single week, every single month. Over and over, they're here to serve. Hunger Crush Cafe on Lake Conroe, Hands of Justice, what a great show over the weekend, and way better audio and visual for their support, their contribution, and giving to help support the causes that Hands of Justice has worked with the Hyatt Grand Regency, Hilton Grand Regency Conroe, Hyatt Grand Central Park Conroe. Wow, I can barely say it. But what a great fashion show on Thursday. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time out there. I'd like to thank those guys and for all that they do. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next week right back here on the Texas Ticket.
long story.